Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Bianchi. We're looking at number 5. What is the volume of the prism shown by the net? We have done surface area. Make sure you're not getting those two things confused. So for volume, we would need the length, the width, and we need the height. Now, fortunately, in this case, we do have 3 different numbers. When there's 3 different numbers, that makes it a little bit easier because you can just look for the 3 different numbers. So we have a half, we have this number, we have this number, which is a 6, and we have this number. So how about we call this the length, we'll call this the width, and we'll call this the height. Now, if you ever come across where you have maybe 2 of the numbers that are the same, just know that if you take, if it's the net is presented to you in this format, if you take the one that's on the left or the right, you know that you can use that as the length, and then there'll always be a number that they have to give you that'll either be represented here or here. You can always use that as the width, and then there'll always be a number that they have to give for what I call the side flaps. So you would always call that possibly the height. All right, so let's press on with multiplying these values together. You always want to look for any kind of a pre-reduce opportunity whenever you get more complex numbers, but fortunately these are pretty easy, user-friendly. We're going to go ahead and do 1 times 1 times 1, which would be 1. Now, if you're not good at mental math, just take it 2 factors at a time. So in your head, think of what 2 times 6 is, and hopefully you have that number in your head right now. Take that number that's in your head and multiply it by 4, and you'll put it here. And the only thing left we have to do is just make sure we put the unit on there, which it's volume, so it's going to be cubic yards. All right, so just don't forget, you need a number here for the denominator. Write all this stuff down on your piece of paper. Now, there's another question in the same assignment that's very much like this. You might want to look back at this video when you get to that one if you forget what to do.